morning, TBC. My name is Michael. We're so excited to have you guys here with us online. As we jump into 2024, make yourselves available for what God is going to do in and through your lives. Let's worship together.
Narrow as the road may seem, follow where your spirit leads. Broken as my life may be, I will give you every peace. I hear you call. I am available. I say yes, Lord. I am available. Here I am with open hand, counting on your grace again. Less of me and more of you. I just wanna see you move. Hallelujah. I hear you call. I am available. I say yes, Lord. I am available. And I hear you call. I am available. I say yes, Lord. I am available. My heart is open wide. Use me how you want to, God. Whatever it is, Jesus. Here I am. Here I am. You can have it all. You can have it all. Here I am. Here I am. You can have it all. You can have it all. Here I am. I'm open, Jesus. Have your way in this place. You can have it all. You can have it all. Here I am. Here I am. You can have it all. You can have it all. Narrow as the road may seem, I'll follow where your spirit leads. Broken as my life may be, I will give you every peace. Jesus.
Hey, good morning, TBC. We're so excited you're here joining us for TBC Presents Year in Review. And today we got a few of the team here, and we're just going to talk about some of our favorite moments of the year. So I'll go first. One of my favorite moment was at Brotherhood. And I don't know if some of the guys here, we had so much fun playing those games. I like the basketball game. That was so funny. And the panel talking about LeBron or Jordan. Obviously, the answer is Jordan, but that's okay. But that was one of my favorite moments. I loved it, man. All the guys here just eating, having fun, worshiping together. It was just an amazing moment from this past year. What about you guys?
Listen, my favorite moment this year was just get into some belong groups. I can think of one of the belong groups that I got involved in. We just had the greatest time studying the Bible and connecting and eating some awesome treats and just getting in the Word together, creating community and knowing more about our Savior. It was great.
Yeah, that was awesome. That's always a great moment, right?
Yeah.
Share with us, Marcus.
So I would say the greatest moment for me was on July 4th, we had the Serve Sunday, seeing kids and parents come build community kits to give away to the homeless. So for me, was seeing the parents giving kids an example how we be hands and feet for Jesus. So that was my favorite moment.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, that was a great moment of the year. I always love it as a church when we come together and help the community here in the city. Love it.
My favorite moment was the Easter egg drop. We gave away
That was so
2,000
good. Yeah.
Easter eggs.
That was so
It
good.
was so many Easter eggs everywhere, and we got to pour into the community and to the kids, and it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a really great. That was a
Same.
really
I
good
was
moment.
gonna say Easter egg drop.
My bad. I'm sorry, guys.
What are we gonna say? I think if you had to pick behind that one for me, just the last pursuit night we had. I think
good,
it was, as we go over time as a church, we're getting a lot closer together, and being able to open up and worship like that, the way we did, was just different. And just seeing everybody in our community, even as tight knit as we are, just be able to grow and expand with each other has been great. What you got?
I think I have to say the first birthday, because we're
Come
almost
on,
2 years
that
old
was
now.
good.
But
Whoop,
yeah,
whoop.
the birthday, we got to
Come
invite
on.
all of our family, friends out, have a good time, celebrate. It was good.
Yeah, no, let's be honest. There's never like a bad moment here at TBC. All of them are so great. But I also want to ask you this question as well. So what was the best part of leading each of your teams? I know we all lead a different team. I would say for me, I lead programming. And probably my favorite moment is really every Sunday when we have the team in the back. Just to give you guys some insight, we have so much fun there in production. During worship, during rehearsal, they were back there dancing, having fun. Like, it's just a great time. So I think pretty much every moment on Sundays when we're just back there having fun, worshiping together as a team, like we're cheering on the worship team up here. Like, we're part of the worship team, Micah. I'm going to let you know. We're part of the worship team. So that's probably one of my favorite moments. What about you guys?
I think my favorite moment leading the hospitality team is just getting the opportunity to go out for Sunday lunch. Because we have 2 services, we don't always get to serve alongside each other. So we set aside 4 Sundays just to go out and do life alongside each other, just to hang out and have a good time.
I have to say for me, because I was going to think that too. I was like, the one time we went out for lunch was fun, but the Wednesday nights when we come up and practice as a team, just over time as we get to know each other, and grow in our relationships together, you start to see life change really happen. We say all the time, like, life change happens in the context of community, and belong groups do that, but also just our teams do that too. So it's been nice. It's been awesome.
Yeah,
Along those same lines, for Becoming Kids, getting to see the growth of the team has been amazing. Not just how big our team is, but the growth spiritually. The people that we started with are still with us, and they've grown so much. And so just getting to see and be a part of that is just so rewarding.
I'm right there with you with belong groups. I think the most exciting thing is getting to, as God pours into us, getting to pour in and lead people, and then actually seeing that impact, not just on one level, but seeing the people that we're getting the opportunity to lead, then lead others and bring others to
that's
Christ
good,
and impact others for the kingdom of God, which it just warms my heart so much. I get excited because it's like, this is the gospel, like discipling multiplication, which is, it's the best. I love it.
So I would say for me is seeing the growth from the beginning. We started church to now, seeing how people is growing. Now, also too, is seeing the kids come in the beginning, they're scared, not be able to be themselves. And now at this moment, you see them in worship, bringing out their best dance moves that you ever seen. Then coming back, seeing the parents being comfortable of dropping the kids off. So that's my biggest.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love in each of our answers, it's really the three pillars of the church. That people are belonging, people are believing, and people are becoming who God called them to be. So I love it. Look, we preach about it all the time, but it's actually happening in each of our groups, and I just love that completely. With that, everyone have anything else?
We love you, TBC.
Yeah, come on, we love you, TBC. Happy New Year.
Yo, what's up, family? Here we are. It's the year in review. You've made it. It's December 31st. Can you believe that? Like, already. I feel like it was January 1st and we were having service that Sunday, and yet here we are on the last Sunday. Isn't that kind of cool? We began the year gathering and we're closing out the year gathering. Kind of cool.
It's amazing, and the year has gone by so fast. Like you said, I feel like it just has flown by.
Yes. You know, the year's gone by fast, and this is the year in review. Kind of makes sense for us to talk about, all of what this year has looked like. I think, a lot of times, especially at this point of the year, we're so focused and consumed with thinking about the new year, which is a good thing to do. But what if we slowed down and we paused and we took a moment to look back before we look ahead? I think that's good too. Maybe you're developing some goals that you want to achieve in 2024. Well, how do you know what you need to accomplish if you don't first sit down and look at where you've been, so you can see, here are the areas that I really need to focus on into this new year? So here's the point that I'm making, is that it makes sense to have a year in review, but we're coming at it from this angle. We want to celebrate and just kind of highlight some of the moments that have really marked this year. And then we'll talk about the new year and all that God has for us as a church family, but also as followers of Jesus. So just from the jump, what do you think? What's something that really sticks out in your mind from 2023?
Definitely our 1 year celebration.
Yes.
That was so much fun.
The 1 year birthday was wild and crazy because it felt like, how do we get to 1 year already? And then especially from the perspective, that we had or have, and as well as anyone that was on the launch team, of seeing this thing go from like the startup parties or maybe a coffee with someone to like, yo, we're doing this now. We're celebrating the 1 year birthday. I thought that was really cool. And I remember our kids kind of trying to process it through their mind. Like, how does the church have a birthday? Like, I thought that was pretty interesting, but that was cool. That was really good. Which, by the way, we did recap the 1 year experience, and you can check that out as well. We're going to put a link in the show notes. Always wanted to say that like I'm a podcast. This is not a podcast. But anyway.
I think part of the 1 year to me is like seeing, like, to me, it's like having kids. Like, oh, you're pregnant. This is about to happen. And then you have the baby, and then it's like, we made it.
Yeah.
We're 1 year.
We're 1 year. Hey, but it's also like, you talk about having a baby, and you have the baby, and then they put you in the car, you go home, and the next question is like, what do we do now? So it's like, yo, we got the 1 year. We launched. What do we do now? But that was really cool and very exciting. What else from 2023?
Well, hey, when you say, what do we do next? One of the things that we did do next was go to multiple services.
Yes.
2 services every Sunday.
Oof, every Sunday. And I remember, so the year started off and, we're looking around and, the team's pulling out more chairs every single Sunday. You hear this clank, clank, clank. Y'all know what I'm talking about too with that sound. And it's like we started looking at it, started analyzing it like, yo, do we need to add a service? I think we need to add a service. And it was very fast. I think we thought about it, prayed about it, and probably within 2 weeks, we were going to multiple services. It was right after our 1 year, so the very first Sunday in March, We went to multiple services, and that was bananas, because I remember thinking, like, we're going to have another service, and I don't know who's going to be there. Because it's like, where they, but gosh, people really gave people opportunity to connect. I think about, our community, where we have a lot of people who travel, sports and things of that nature, whereas just with the single service, they weren't able to connect because maybe the time of the game. But now with having more options, still able to connect and worship together. So very exciting with multiple services, and excited for the future as well as just seeing what God's got in front of us.
So what is something else for from 2023?
Yeah, so I guess it's almost like we're tracking along the calendar. So if I had to think what's next, that was really cool. We had the Easter egg drop. The very first one.
Love that. Mm-hmm. The kids did not want to leave. I think everybody left and they were still running around the field.
Yep. And so much candy.
I don't think
people understand how much candy was dropped in that event. So much so, actually, recently, we hid some candy from our kids.
And they found
it. And listen, those jokers tried to eat the candy. We're like, that candy is 9 months old. You will be sick. But they felt like it was a risk worth taking. But no. But that was a lot of fun. I'm excited for that to come back. We actually had some plans for that didn't happen. There was someone on our team because they're like, yo, it's called Easter egg drop. Don't we need to drop them from a certain height? And I was like, we're not doing this. Like, they wanted to get in the helicopter and drop it. I was like, that's not happening. No, the only drop we're going to do, we're just going to drop them on the
same
ground. Thing. Easter egg drop. Same.
You still get eggs.
Thing.
You still get candy.
There it is. Yep. So Easter egg drop was really cool. Easter was amazing.
It was.
Had our highest attendance to date. And it was really cool connecting with so many new people, new families, people who are here, new to our area. And our serve team just crushed it as always, making people feel welcome, feel loved, feel like, because we are really excited that person showed up. And Easter was amazing, and that was exciting. The production around Easter was cool.
It was.
How we released those different kind of short clips, and kind of going back, that also makes me think about Can We Talk, the relationship collection. That was really cool. I feel like I should sing it right now.
Go for it.
Nope, just joking. Just joking, but that was cool. Nate crushed it.
Yes.
And Matt, Emily, and the team, Ethan crushed it, and every person who was in those different roles crushed it as well. I'm thinking about the scene with Corey and Cherish. That was pretty funny.
Some talent.
I think so. Becoming Films, maybe that's next. I don't know. But yeah, so I guess we got to move on. What else sticks out from this year for like just a highlight moment?
We also did in July, we did the mobile food pantry.
Yes, Serve Day.
That was fun.
Yeah, over at Calhoun. I remember this about that day was the rain.
Yes.
The rain was nonstop. And I'm not talking about this soft rain, this little mist. Like, it was pouring.
It was.
Like, we were drenched. It was like, you might get sick after this type of rain. But go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just love the opportunity to serve together as a church, and then just with partnering with other churches and serving our community and just meeting and seeing faces and getting to serve others.
Absolutely. And the mobile food pantry, our church loves it. We love it. And, we just had one here recently, but that one in July over at Calhoun Community College was really cool. So looking forward to that. And Darius, my guy, shows up on the news. Guys, for coming I Love My City on the news.
Yep.
He held it down. So that was really cool. But I love that. One of my, we speak in collections at the Becoming. And August was one of my favorite ones. I don't know if it was yours. If so, not if this one was your favorite, but throughout the year, let us know what was your favorite collection. You can drop that But I love Day and Night. We kicked that off
good.
in August. That was really cool. And I like the resources of the specific psalm that we were tracking through. Just, hey, each day and night pray this psalm. And that was one of my favorites. You know, we kind of moved pretty fast through this. Is there a collection throughout the year that kind of stands out in your mind?
I wanted to add on to the day and night collection because the cards that we passed out, I actually took them to work and I would lay them on my desk. So in between meetings or doing all the different things, I would read that and just reflect on what was spoken. And it was also an opportunity when people would come into my office, they'd be like, what are these? And so it was a great opportunity for me to say, here, do you want one? You can read this too. And this is what this is about. So that I actually loved that. And it just so happened during that series, the collection was a very trying, hard time, just pushing and stretching with, at my job. So it just was like right on time for exactly what at least I needed.
No, and maybe we need to do that more for that very reason. So Day and Night was amazing. And then of course we had Welcome Home Sunday.
Yes.
Welcome Home Sunday was amazing. I thought everything around it was cool. And really, again, just seeing people connect. You know, we're coming up on 2 years here and we're still making an impact. Like there are people obviously still finding out about the Becoming Church, and just to see family and friends and coworkers and all these people connect and hang with us on Welcome Home Sunday was a lot of fun, and something that, hey, Welcome Home Sunday is going to be here. It's a thing. It's what we do. So that was cool. Now, something happened. So we had Vision Sunday.
Yes.
And we shared a little bit about what's coming up. One thing that's coming up is
Becoming Sisters. I'm so excited. I mean, ladies, look out. 2024.
That's the year.
Hey, we're going to gather. I got plans. It's going to be so much fun. So be on the lookout for more information on that. And I just cannot wait.
Is there going to be merch?
There's most likely there'll be merch. I know the ladies always ask. It'll be something just for you.
So you know that I don't know if they're gonna rock with that. Perhaps they want a confirmation. Is there gonna be merch?
There will be merch.
There will be merch. Well, so Becoming Sisters. There's also Brotherhood, TBC Brotherhood. Let's go. I feel like I need to make this moment like Arsenio Hall, and if you're like 30 and below, you're like Arsenio who, but you know the who. Okay, anyway, let's move on. But TBC Brotherhood, we had our first gathering back in October. It was amazing. And literally that Sunday, so we had on a Saturday, that Sunday morning, some of the guys are coming up. So we're doing that next week. And I was like, yo, hold on. There's plans, but hold on. But that's really cool. I think it just spoke to how awesome that morning was, and just really the importance of men gathering together and worshiping together, praying together, and coming around the Word of God together. So look out. So in the same way, Becoming Sisters got more in 2024. So does Brotherhood. So be on the lookout for that in 2024.
Hey, one of the collections that we did was at the movies.
Yes.
That was so much fun.
Yep. At the movies was great. I remember our kids hearing about it and they're like, so wait a minute. So you're saying we're going to go to church, but it's going to be the movies? But you say it's at the movies, but it's church? Like, that doesn't make sense. And, I feel like there's probably was a lot of us, but as we saw it, it was a really cool concept, and just really a way to, maybe there's friends, family, coworkers who they're just not coming on a typical Sunday, but you're like, yo, there's gonna be popcorn, there's gonna be drinks, there's gonna be a movie. Like, hey, maybe this is something they'll come out to, and then when they come out, they hear the gospel. That's what people got to understand. At the movies is another way to present the gospel. Jesus spoke in parables. And so this was our expression of modern day parables, but I did learn something.
What did you learn?
At the movies. Yep. I had someone who, after week one, came right up to me and was like, yo, that was not the Grinch that I was expecting. I will not name names here, but you're watching and you know who you are. So At the Movies is definitely going to be back, but that was definitely a favorite collection of mine. I was really excited that we did it, and we're just not going to do 3 weeks next year. We're going to make it a whole 4 weeks for the entire month of November, so that's going to be exciting.
I love that. And hey, we ended part of the year with Christmas at the Becoming.
Christmas at the Becoming was amazing, but you know what? We need to back up.
Okay.
We had Bricklayers.
Oh, that's right.
Bricklayers was amazing.
It was.
And just really seeing how we connected with the collection. I'm still listening to Small Faith. That got me. It's like, can you say that? Yes. Okay. When the preacher preaches better, it's because it's ministering to him as well. So, you know, it's hitting him, her, whatever. Well, so that's the case for me. But also seeing us come around our Bricklayers offering, our vision offering that we receive once a year. And gosh, just completely blown away by the generosity of our church and how that's going to allow us to continue to make an impact into 2024. And so I'll say it again. We'll say it again. Thank you, church, so much for your generosity, because, you know, a church can have vision, but vision means nothing if there are no wheels to move it forward. And the wheels that moves vision forward is generosity. So thank you for being the wheels that moves the vision of this church forward. And I'm just excited to see all that God's going to do because of our generosity through the Becoming into 2024, but also a night to remember 2.0.
Oh, I loved it. So much fun.
Yep. You know, I said 2.0, but it's volume 2. And listen, this is a big deal. And some of you guys are like, what is a night to remember volume 2? Listen, this is why you got to get on the serve team pathway right now. Fill it out. thebecomingchurch.org. Join. And next year, you could be at a night to remember.
Like, it was
volume 3.
It was so much fun. People didn't even want to leave.
No, like it's a red carpet event. I mean, you saw the photos. Like, just people, like it was a whole thing. Some people have called it the TBC prom, basically. You know, it's become a thing. And, you know, people are like, nah, you can't see my fit to the night of. Like, don't even ask. But, you know, it's really a night to celebrate our serve team. Yeah. The families, the individuals, the people who make the Becoming what it is, who are up early, tearing down, who are there long after the second service, still there with their jobs tomorrow as well. They got to wake up early too, just like everyone else, but yet they recognize the importance of sacrifice and coming together and really obedience to the call of God, because, you know, church and community and all that we do is not about one person. It's not about what one can do, but it's about what all of us can do. So really, my push to get you to join the serve team is because I'm going to be bold and say this: your life will get better because you're on the serve team.
Absolutely.
You know, ask anyone on the serve team, they'll tell you the same, because it's not just because we move some things, we serve here, we serve there. You find community, you get connected, you grow together, you cry together, you worship together, you get people who you know are with you and in your corner. So yes, I'm hijacking this moment and I'm using it to communicate the importance of why you should be on the serve team. And of course, so you can go tonight to remember volume 3. Christmas at the Becoming, amazing. I loved everything about it. The decor was amazing. The backdrop was really cool. I mean, literally every detail of it was amazing. And then of course it was Christmas Eve, and then you got Christmas morning, which, you know, the thing about Christmas morning that I look for every year with our kids is how long will they play with the stuff that the gift came in. Like, when will they grow out of that? I feel like this year was a little bit less of that, probably mainly because of the type of gifts that they received. But gosh, like you sitting here, you're looking at the gift and you're looking at the other stuff. So I don't know. Speaking of Christmas, I know we're here at the year end, but maybe there's some things. I know for us, what we loved about it is always getting the chance to take our family through some of those traditions. Of course, on Christmas morning, sitting down and reading the story of obviously of what we're celebrating, the story of Jesus. But even going back to Christmas Eve, making the cookies together, decorating the gingerbread houses and homes, whatever. Y'all help me. Whatever. I'm gonna be better with that in the new year, right?
Yeah, that's what I enjoy eating the cookies. Yeah. I mean, yes. That's one of I was thinking about my favorite part about Christmas. I think it's receiving gifts, giving the gifts.
Yep.
Of course, Jesus, but eating the cookies.
Eating the cookies. Don't forget that. So it's been an amazing year, 2023. God has done some amazing things. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, neither has it entered in the heart of man. And that was true for 2023. But can I tell you, I believe the same is true for 2024. Yeah. We believe that it's building season. Matthew 16:18, Jesus says, I will build my church. Well, we know this church isn't buildings. It isn't structures and all that good stuff and brick and mortar. Now, we meet in those and we're believing God for one of those, but that won't be it. That would just be another tool. It's a tool. That's all it is. Church is people. It's us. It's you and I. It's the collective. It's the gathering of people. It's the called out ones. It's the saints. It's the ones coming together to make a difference in the community. It's people. And God is building people. He's building singles, building marriages, building families. Listen, hear me. It's building season. So get ready because God is about to do some things, I believe, in 2024 that's going to completely blow our mind. You said, what are you talking about? I don't know. I feel that. And that's why we say it's building season. Now, sometimes when we kind of get these kind of new year mantras and things about ourselves, we can have this tendency that, well, new year, new me. And I'm just going to say, no, it's not a new year, new you. It's a new year in the same you, right? It's still going to be me. I think what we really need to gather around is this. It's a new year, but a new approach, right? Yeah. And so it's the same me with the new approach.
That's good.
And so I'm not going to take into 2024 the same approach or the old approach that I had in 2023. And that approach may have been great, but guess what? If we're going to build effectively, listen, we got to ask the Holy Spirit, invite the Lord into the conversation and say, what is the new approach? Because there's going to be more prayer that's required.
Yeah.
There's going to be more fasting required, which, by the way, get ready for 7 days of prayer and fasting kicking off on January 21st. I'm going to close it out with a pursuit night on January 28th at Horizon Elementary.
Come on.
But there's going to be more faith required. There's going to be more diligence and just worship and just really this mindset of we're going to squeeze out everything, every bit of potential that God has placed in us. And so it's not about a new year, new me. No, it's a new year, new approach. And so here we are at the year end. And this is what I want to challenge us to do is before the clock hits midnight. And maybe you've already done this. And if so, that's great. But go back, sit, pray, and analyze. And sit down and invite the Holy Spirit. What are some areas? I love Luke 2:52 that talks about how Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. And you can look at each of those areas from a wisdom or intellectual standpoint. Where do I need to grow? From a physical standpoint, how can I get my health, my body in the right condition to run this race well and effectively for what God has called me to? And just from a growth standpoint, from relationally in favor, let me go back and say spiritually, favor with God. Spiritually, how am I growing? In relationship with others, favor with man, how am I growing relationally? Am I in a belong group? And am I connecting with others? Am I a part of something else that just doesn't involve me? And we can set ourselves up to be not a new us, but no, someone with a new approach. So I'm really excited and just really thankful and looking ahead to all that God has for us in 2024.
Yes, I'm so thankful for everything God has done and everything that we have seen in 2023. But I'm so expectant and so excited to see what more God has for us in 2024.
Yes. So, church, as we always say, the best is still to come. We love you, and we'll see you in the new year, January 7th at 9 or 10:45 a.m. Love you, church.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.